involving a lot of scotch.
All right, we are live, and that was just terrible timing.
Hello!
Literally came into talking about a lot of scotch. But hey, let's
This
roll
is
with
the best ways to bribe DMs.
Yep.
Bribing Scaraba with a lot of scotch? I don't think that's gonna work.
She didn't say no.
You can try, you know?
You're probably better at bribing her with A, cake, or fluffy things.
Cake was mentioned. Cake was mentioned.
Fluffy things is new though.
I say that because she has a fluffy scarf now, so... Or has had a fluffy scarf for a while. But anyway.
All the fluff.
So we're back, episode 13. We have a new player joining us today, which is Brathar. Do you prefer Brathar, Alyssa, or Dan? Or Daniel?
Well, the character's name is Brathar.
Okay.
So I can just be in character the whole time if we want. Otherwise, Dan or Daniel's fine as well.
Cool. Alright, sweet. Good to have you, man.
Hurrah!
Yeah. Let's continue where we left off, I suppose. Unless you want to talk a little bit about yourself, Dan.
I don't know what else there is to really say. I reckon let's just kick into things.
D&D.
Let's go.
Like normally we try and do like a little bit of a catch up, but because we played 2 days ago, it's just like scrap it out and just wait another week until we catch up.
Crap it out.
Hey, I could tell you all how it was really hot yesterday and how I regret pretty much all life choices I did yesterday.
That's actually a good story. Please, do tell.
Well, I woke up today feeling really shit and I just couldn't quite figure out why, and then Shadow started asking me questions and I sort of pieced together why I was feeling really shit. Basically, I was at my dad's, and yesterday I got up at 5 AM and I worked really hard until like 10 because then it was like above 30 degrees and I took a break. And then I went to go to a concert while it was still around 30 degrees and stood around in the sun for a while. And while it was really fun, I was really dead today and I was like, why am I so exhausted? I don't get it.
Now that I like reflect on it, I find it a little humorous. Like the questioning literally started off with the worst things that could possibly happen as to why you're exhausted. Did you take drugs? Did you drink? You know?
How high were you?
Yeah. It's like, no, I just worked really hard. Oh, right, yeah, that's... I guess that's
Yeah, I
something
totally
I could have
forgot that I did that in the morning, yeah. And I didn't have a nap or anything, and it was just super hot. But the concert was fun, so that was great.
Nice.
Hurrah.
Actually,
yeah.
Andy, you might actually like the group she was telling me about. They actually seem kind of cool. They did a cover of Creep by Radiohead, and I was checking it out earlier, and it was pretty impressive.
They're called Postmodern Jukebox.
You want to check them out?
And it was basically a burlesque show disguised as a concert. And one of their instruments was a step dancer, and it was great. It was amazing. They were brilliant, honestly. It was so much fun.
Was a person?
Yes, a step dancer.
I would be intrigued if I had a person just tapping them. Oh,
It's like banging on their head. Like...
We've gotten a step dancer to just tap on.
Nice. Yeah, but it was fun. Highly recommend their stuff. They're great. They had some absolutely impressive singers there. Like, genuinely impressive.
Hell yeah.
And we had a blast. And I was confused why I was feeling like shit today.
It's all good. It wasn't because drugs or alcohol, so...
True, yeah, you know.
Unless it was.
The twist.
How bad would passive smoking weed from across the venue be? Like,
that's what I
how much would that screw you over?
Then you should tell me, like,
Venue,
inside
and is
or
there a roof?
outside.
Yeah, it was outside.
Oh, you're fine.
Exactly. Exactly. It was questionable.
Like, I think I get more passive smoke weed when my neighbors are just sitting downstairs in the courtyard. Like,
Is that just like common in your country? Or?
well, it certainly isn't legal, I can tell you that. But
Well,
it's, you know, I don't think anyone ever called the police on someone because they were smoking weed, so
sounds like Australia.
yes. Alright, anyway, D&D, guys, what happened last time? Since we're missing 2 out of the people that were there, you guys get to make up a story.
I didn't even know Blood wasn't coming tonight, by the way. I was like, who the fuck are we missing? And now that you mentioned 2 people, I'm like, oh shit.
I tried to boop him, but, you know, he's very offline. I feel
very
like he may
offline.
have gotten ganked by something.
Yeah, potentially. That's alright. Bit of a shame, but that's alright. Hey, Lulu, how you doing, buddy?
Oh god.
Okay.
Wait, Patrick! Love you.
So sweet. The first thing you say is, oh god. Okay, so last time we ended up going back down into what was the, is it a temple, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, the temple.
Well, it used to be a temple before.
Used to be a temple before it was basically ransacked by pirates and people claiming to be clerics. And we went in, we ended up basically going to the area we hadn't ventured into yet, which was a giant death trap.
I just love that dungeon so much. It's just.
I think Stolgang probably took like 3 or 4 bolts from opening doors at some point. I think I fell down probably 2 pits. Yeah, it was
Something like
horrific.
that.
And then a statue came alive, tried to eat our souls. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Stolgang grappled the statue and threw it down a pit.
He did, yeah. Real surprised that worked out.
It really is prepared.
Here, let me just take this giant stone statue and throw it into a pit.
Yeah.
It's one size larger.
Freaking barbarians, man.
Enlarge me.
But one of our players is in chat. What the rude.
Suckster?
Said he's banned from chat.
I don't think anything happened story-wise, right? We just basically got a whole bunch of loot.
You just got punked a whole lot.
Yeah, Stolgang got some mithril
I
armor.
had fun last session, so
You
you
had
know.
a lot of fun last
Down
session.
for the first time.
I was just leaving about 30-40 minutes. Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
How dare you not be here?
I did manage to get you guys incredibly paranoid about opening doors, and I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah,
did it anyway.
to the point where I was like, I'm not opening any more doors. If I'm gonna open doors, I'm gonna look at the map and see if it actually leads to anything.
Until right at the end, when we were like, let's open all the doors.
Well, towards the end, Scarab was like, alright, I'm just gonna cut the bullshit out, they're all traps.
I mean, because you were taking so long.
Yeah. Well, you know, a bloody temple filled with traps and undead and statues that come alive that want to bite your neck, even though they have boobas, you know, isn't very...
It did have
enticing.
boobas.
It did have boobas.
It did have boobas. Yep.
I love that someone fell for it every time on the suspicion that there was treasure.
You know what I hate? Like, that whole time was like, I know that statue is just gonna come alive at some point and kill us all. Instead, I'm just like, ooh, a treasure chest.
That statue had very specific conditions on when it came to life, which was touch the treasure.
Yeah.
Alright, anyway. you made it out. You got a bunch of loot.
Yeah.
I think right now you had a long rest.
We did.
And I think all that's left is to get back to SaltMarsh.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of weapon crates as well.
True.
If I recall correctly.
You
have a giant undead ogre.
Oh, right.
As a pet.
What are we
with you?
Gonna do about that? Because A, Zooks is not here, and B, I don't think taking a giant undead ogre into SaltMarsh is probably a good idea.
I don't think the town guards would be very happy with you, if I'm perfectly honest.
Can we disguise him with a disguise kit?
No.
He killed my dog.
Damn it.
I'm just gonna say you make him jump off the cliffs and he's gone.
You know, I'm somewhat fine with this.
Can we say I threw him off the cliff?
Yes, we
Killed
can
my
say
dog.
you threw him off the cliffs.
Why
Can't
Zooks
do
is dead?
anything against you guys. Like,
Oh.
can we
vengeance for the
reduce
dog.
its size and then disguise it? No, Zook! You are not taking that thing off the silence. I'm not dealing with
To
that.
be fair, it's only gonna
Trying to
last
play
24
from
hours
chat.
anyway.
Yeah. It'll run out in like 12 hours.
Alright.
Bloody hell.
While he's chucking it, can I like assist? I'll like kick it or something.
Yes! Yes, you can.
Glorious. I want to help.
While you guys play with the ogre zombie, Steve actually is making himself useful, and he, with a bit of help of the other two, builds a nice little raft where you can put all the bloody weapon crates on. Because someone gave away half of your boat. And
Hey man, worth it. 500 gold. Well, we basically had to tell the Doomas to fuck off and don't come near us again.
Yeah, and he was very happy that, you know, he got the chance to fuck off and never come near you again. And yeah, I think all that's left is for you guys to go back.
Yep.
I'm
Right.
gonna say that you managed to make it past the cliffs just because I don't want to be so cruel to make your little boat capsize as you're trying to leave the island.
That's no fun.
Although it would be very funny.
And then we can
So
just do.
no Tokyo drifting rocks.
We can just raft it
And
all
we
the way
basic-
back.
Yeah, then we have Castaway. Our own little D&D version of Castaway.
Exactly. Except I'll be screaming, Steve!
And he'll be ignoring you and reading books.
That doesn't even help Paddle, just keeps reading. Bastard.
Alright. You make it back to SaltMarsh.
Glorious.
Where as you guys sort of approach, you do notice that the docks are relatively empty, honestly. There's basically no one around except for like 2 or 3 people, which is very rare. And also that the rest of the town is just bustling with life. There's music, there's dancing, there's shouting, there is a festival going on.
Oh no.
And
Galen.
you get closer, and specifically you, Jannis, through all the just madness of cultists and temples and all of that, you sort of lost a little bit of track of time. But you do suddenly, now that you see that there's a festival in town, you do bloody remember what day it is. It is the day that marks the end of the harvest in this area. It's always celebrated with like a large, basically a 2-day festival.
Oh, glorious.
And But you also remember that it is the anniversary of a very, very specific day in your life. One that you might or might not prefer to forget, but you can't. And it just hits you like a bucket of cold water. As you see all those people celebrating, you fucking realize, oh shit, today is that day.
At this point, I think I'm just going to leave you behind, Shogig. I need to go and drink, if you don't mind. Without any explanation, I just start walking off.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll go check on Jimmy.
Alright. Let me just... Can I just, real quick, have a D20 from both of you?
I'm gonna like go up to the first table I see with lots of people like eating and having fun, and I'm just gonna look at the ale mugs and pull out my alchemical jug and just slam it on the table. Just start pouring ale for myself and everyone.
Alright, so basically, you guys, you land. Jannis just, without saying much, just gets up, doesn't help unload anything, he just leaves. Like, he's out of there. He just fucks off. And the rest of you, by the way, what are you doing with Ogmund? Because he's still with you, and if no one supervises him, he will fuck off at the, like, the earliest opportunity, because...
Can I just add, I would like Steve to be with me.
Steve,
tag along.
Sure, you can. Steve is like about to like help unload the crates, as you sort of like just grab him and drag him with you, and he's like, "Oh, yes, sir. I'll come with you. Sorry."
Steve, there is a festival.
He just sort of runs after you.
I guess I'm taking the other guy. With me, I don't know.
Alright. Stolgik.
Sorry, I'm just gonna grab a charger for my laptop real quick.
All good. Stolgik, where are you going? You're here with a raft, a boat, the rest of the party. Jannis just left with Steve without saying a whole lot of anything. What are you gonna do?
I think we need to go back to Zooxter's house. And regroup.
Alright.
And figure out what to do with this other guy. I'll be honest, I've forgotten exactly which one of the people he is.
He's the dude who wanted the books.
Yeah, he's the dude who wanted the books. He's the one who surrendered first, basically.
Yes.
He's also the one who was super okay with the bard stabbing one of his friends and just slitting his throat. So, you know.
Yeah, this guy is very trustful.
Alright, so you get the cart, you load up all the junk that you have onto it, and you bring it back to Zooxter's place. And yeah, I'm just gonna assume that in traditional fashion of your group, you're gonna tie the poor guy up and throw him in Zooxter's basement again.
Or his cupboard.
Yeah, until we can decide what to do with him, yeah. Until we can have a group meeting. Figure this one out.
Alright. Brathar, you're in town. There is a nice festival going on. What are you currently doing? Are you celebrating? Are you just hanging around at the temple? What's your plan right now?
I would say that I've just arrived and not knowing that there was a festival upon my arrival, I figured I'd make the most of it and see what attractions there are in said festival.
Alright, yeah. You go check it out. There are many stalls with surprisingly just straight up free food. Like, there's a lot of free food. Like, there's even sweets that you can just grab, which is very popular with the kids. Who would have thought? There is free booze of all kinds. There are, like, sort of just a bunch of games, you know, like hit the targets and testing your strength and all of that. Just basically a bunch of entertainment. There's also a little stage that has 2 bards up who are performing lots of nice songs, and people seem to enjoy their performance quite a lot. And yeah, there's a ton going on.
I will definitely make use of the free food on offer, without any shadow of a doubt. I will enjoy several lovely meals, and then I probably will, sort of like sit back and relax and enjoy the bard's performance, I'd say.
All right, cool. Shadows, where did you go? You grabbed Steve and you just ran off somewhere?
Yeah, so, I mean, I found the first table I could find, and I basically started pouring everyone drinks, as well as myself. Well, I didn't even pour myself a drink, I just grabbed the alchemical jug with what was left after pouring everyone a drink. I just started kind of chucking it at that point. And then I just, like, slammed it back down on the table, basically told everyone at the table to help themselves. And I would say it's probably been quite some time after I've arrived, and I'm like on the table itself now, kind of just dancing with like Steve on the table, but he's not really paying me any mind. He's kind of just reading his books.
He just keeps giving you slightly concerned looks. He's just a bit worried because, while it isn't unusual for Jannis to get drunk, this is a bit extreme, even for Jannis.
Steve!
And he looks at you. Yes, sir?
Come, you with all that intellect from that headband or necklace or whatever it is you're wearing, I can't quite recall. Come, you've got to loosen up a bit. Use that mind of yours to dance, drink, eat, have fun.
Yes, sir. I'm currently sampling all the ale to figure out which tastes best for your, because you want me to brew some ale, right? So yes. I'm trying to figure out which is the most popular with the people.
Okay, are you tasting or are you drinking a full cup? Because I don't think you're going to be able to actually, you know, get the full flavors in your mouth unless you really drink a full cup, Steve.
Sir, I'm really not. I'm not that good at handling my alcohol, sir.
Steve, the best brewmaster knows how to handle his ale. Okay.
Right. I thought you're not supposed to take the stuff you make or something. Steve, I think I read that somewhere.
I don't know where you read that from, but I think you're talking about something else. I'm just gonna shove some cake in his mouth and start dancing.
He's like, okay, sir, and he like drinks a swig. He takes a swig, and Stolgek, you start to hear Steve's voice in your mind, and he says, sir, Jannis is acting a bit weird. He's forcing me to drink. Please help.
Weirder than usual.
Yeah, weirder than usual.
I'm just like, Steve? Where are you, Steve?
We're near the stage, sir.
At this point, I'm gonna like jump onto the stage with the bards.
Yeah, brother, you just see this drunken elf, like pissed out of his mind. Just jump up on stage, just shouting things that no one can understand anymore.
You know what? I'm actually gonna sit down and the bard's gonna keep playing, and I'm actually gonna do an old classic of Jannis and just start playing my toe.
I thought you could only play other people's toes.
Ahaha! You have not seen the full extent of Jannis, my man.
Can I hear the sound of toe playing and run towards it?
You know what? The bards, the two bards, they sort of humor you and they play along. They support your musical thing that you're doing.
Musical interests, I suppose.
Give me a performance check with bloody disadvantage to see how you're doing, because you're so drunk. You just.
All right. Come on, Jannis. Let's see if he's got what it takes.
After like
Beautiful.
I think after like not even a minute, the crowd is like, "Boo! Get the guy out of here!" And I think like people just sort of drag you off stage.
Oh, come on now! Don't be like that. I gave you all ale. It's harvest. Let's have some fun.
And you land on your butt next to a table where a paladin is sitting and enjoying the show, or not enjoying it anymore. I'm not sure.